Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Rim Cantina. My name is Alan and today I am going to be talking about an article I found a few days ago from cinemablend that talks about the future of the sequel trilogy characters such as Rey, Finn, and Poe, because as we all know, the Rise of Skywalker will be the end of the Skywalker saga, but does that mean that it's going to be the end of these brand new characters? That's a lot of people love now, and got a lot of people interested in the Star Wars universe and franchise and everything it has to offer. Well, Kathleen Kennedy gave us a little tease that no, apparently the end of the sequel trilogy will not be the end of these new characters. So I'm going to read you this article here and then talk a little bit about what I think of it and what I think of these sequel characters. Through the course of the most recent trilogy of films released to the public, the Star Wars saga has introduced new and exciting characters like Poe, Finn, and Rey to audiences that have come to love them. But with the end of the Skywalker saga coming in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of people are worried their new favorites might not be coming back. That concern has been addressed by Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, who, when asked about whether or not we'll have to wait for any of these characters to come back, gave a pretty optimistic case for their return, and she was quoted as saying the following: "You know, there is an appropriate time. We're using this appropriate time as an opportunity to see where we're going now that we're leaving the Skywalker saga behind. But there's no question that there's certain characters that we've created, certainly in the last 3 movies, that we may very well want to see down the line in the future." So, while Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker will close out the stories of characters like General Leia Organa or Luke Skywalker, it sounds like the younger wave of characters that brought this new trilogy to the masses are still up for grabs, and Kennedy had her eyes on one specific platform to make that all come true. As she discussed this matter with MTV News at the most recent Star Wars celebration, Kathleen Kennedy played the Disney Plus card, stating that the platform is being keenly looked at for ways that these characters can live on. Everything from the broad scope of the upcoming Mandalorian series to what Kennedy calls potentially smaller and grittier stories are in play. Both film and TV appearances certainly feel like good ideas, and since Poe, Finn, and Rey aren't as deeply entrenched in the Star Wars lore as key figures like Han Solo or General Leia Organa, there's room for them to be part of new and exciting adventures outside of that realm, and that's where the universe seems to be headed on the whole. With 2 different film trilogies being crafted by both Rian Johnson and Game of Thrones masterminds David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, both of these stories have opportunities to expand the Star Wars brand to a point where the original trilogy isn't such a cornerstone of accessibility. Combine that with the fact that Disney Plus has already lined up star-studded shows continuing their Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you've got another chance to jump into a new corner of that world. If Tom Hiddleston, Elizabeth Olsen, and Anthony Mackie can jump on board for MCU projects on Disney Plus, then Oscar Isaac, John Boyega, and Daisy Ridley don't sound like terrible reaches. There's far from an exact game plan as to how or when we may see our favorite characters from the final trilogy of the Skywalker saga, but at the very least, there's hope that we will see them again, and as Star Wars has taught us, hope is a very powerful thing. And that is the end of the article. So it sounds like to me that, no, these new characters from the sequel trilogy will not just be vanishing or reduced to simply comic book or novel stories for the future. There is a very high probability they will be coming to Disney Plus in what Kennedy said as smaller and grittier stories, which I am all kinds of excited for. The Mandalorian is looking to be more and more amazing every time they release some new info about it, and combine that with the Cassian Andor series that is coming sometime after the Mandalorian series, I expect that these new Star Wars Disney Plus shows will be very, very good, and hopefully if they are, that means that Lucasfilm will expand on other characters such as Rey, Finn, and Poe, and continue their stories post-sequel trilogy, so we don't have to leave our new favorite characters behind. But until we actually get some more concrete information, as I feel like I'm saying all the time in almost every video I make, these are all theories and speculations as of now, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But when we get some actual official news, I will have it all for you right here in the Cantina. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already, turn on the post notifications, and if you enjoy this video and any of my others, make sure to give me some thumbs up by clicking those buttons just below the videos, and leave a comment or two about what you think of the new characters, what you think the Disney Plus Star Wars series will be like. I would love to hear from you guys, but that's really all I had to say about it. So I will see you guys back here in the Cantina for the next one. Until then, may the Force be with you.